Hello everyone, welcome to this video. My name is Ryan. I have cerebral palsy and I've used a walker my entire life. Today, I want to talk to you about the biggest lie I believed growing up with a disability. When I was about 14 or 15, I was hanging out with a friend and he was telling me about this girl that he liked. So naturally, I told him about a girl that I liked. He paused for a second and he was like, Ryan, nobody is ever going to love you because you're a cripple. I was like, what? I was really taken back by the entire thing. I wasn't really even sure if I heard him correctly. It felt like a gut punch. It was like, wait, this is supposed to be my friend. This is somebody who I'm supposed to trust. And the fact that they said that was just wild to me. You know, sometimes when you're growing up, people will say things to you that kind of get stuck in you for whatever reason. It plants a seed, or in this case, it sort of casts a spell. When you're 15, when you're a teenager, you don't really have a lot of experience with life. And I remember at the time thinking about it after he said that, and I was like, is that true? Am I simply unlovable because I have a disability? Well, I don't know. I'm 15 years old. I've never had a girlfriend. I don't know. Maybe that's true. Maybe my friend is right. Maybe you are unlovable because you have a disability. As I got into my 20s and I got more experience with life and with women and just with people in general, I didn't realize that this was kind of running in the background. This idea of being unlovable because I have a disability. I remember when I got on online dating for the first time and I was so terrified to put a photo of myself with my walker. And I remember thinking, something is really wrong here. And I started thinking about how, you know what? I've actually never posted a photo of myself, even on Facebook, with my walker. Like all of my photos have been, I don't know, sitting down or in a way to where you didn't even know that I had a disability if you were to just look at my photos. That really bothered me. And I started asking myself the question of, well, why is that? Why are you afraid to post a photo of yourself with your walker? You're not afraid when people look at you when you have your walker out in public. So why is it that it was so difficult for me to post a photo of myself with my walker? And I came to the realization that I was afraid of the one thing that made me different from most people. And it was terrifying for me to see that. That's why I could go out into the world and have a walker. But when it came down to me seeing myself, me seeing the reality of myself, me seeing the real truth of who I was as a human being, that's when it was like, wow, it's not about being unlovable. It's not about being unworthy of love. It was about me not loving myself. There's a really interesting paradox that happens in life where when you start to believe these things, even subconsciously, when your subconscious starts to believe these things, you end up putting that energy out into the world and you end up getting that energy back. So if you go, so for me, it was like, you feel unlovable. You feel unworthy of love. And you're putting that energy out there. You're getting that energy back. And that is confirming, see, nobody can love me because I have a disability. In some way, I think that a lot of people might feel that as well. You know, the feeling of like being unworthy of love. I don't think it's just because I have a disability. I think that can manifest in other ways. Maybe some people have poor relationships with their parents growing up, or maybe they came from abusive households, or everyone comes from a different walk of life. Here's what I've learned about all of that. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what you look like, whether you have a disability or not. Every human is worthy of love. Every human is lovable. But the truth of the matter is, you can't attract the love that you want truly if you don't love yourself. Because nobody else is going to give that to you. Nobody can give that to you. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. If this video resonated with you, check out the rest of the videos on my channel and be sure to hit the like and subscribe button.